So I'm pet sitting for one of my close family friends, and they have a lot of books, and I often borrow books from this friend. I borrowed Beach Read, which is a book I did a vlog on, which I need to put up my little final review so I can post it. But I have a bunch of books. I'm going to be reading a bunch of contemporary romances for this. I have 3 that I already picked out, but there's so many more books. But I want to read Someone Like You, The Deal, and The Lullaby. 2 purple books and an Ella Kennedy book. The purple books are both by Sarah Dessen. So, yeah, do I feel a little bit bad that 2/3 of these books are Sarah Dessen books? Yeah. Do I care enough to change anything? No, I do not. So, that's what's going to be happening. Toodles. Hi. You can kind of see my face. Kind of not, but here we are. I am currently 10 chapters and 164 pages into this lullaby. It's so weird looking at it on the screen, but it's been okay. The main character annoys me. So this is about this girl. Her name is Remy, like from Ratatouille. The rat. Love that for her. Love it so much. But her dad wrote this song called Lullaby, and it was about her. And then her dad died, and her mom's crazy and has 5 husbands separately, but she's had a lot of husbands. And so she's become kind of bitchy and very controlling and very type A as a result of all this. And it's about her. And then her guy Dexter, he also very traumatized individual, complete opposite response. And they decide, hey, well, Dexter really wants to date her, and she kind of caves in. And so they're going out, and she has this problem. She really likes him, but she doesn't do long-term relationships. She doesn't believe in love. And so she's having conflict over that and opening up, and it's a sweet romance. And I'm just so annoyed with her, and right now it's the time of month where I'm just really annoyed with things in general, so it doesn't help. But she doesn't admit to what she's doing, and it drives me crazy. And everyone else is pointing it out and saying it to her, and she's like, well, yeah, I'm mean and whatever, but also, why would you say that? I'm not that. And it annoys me. I hate people like that. So that's not fun, but I trust Sarah Dessen. She's gonna have a character arc, and it's all gonna be worth it. And yeah, I really like the idea. I have this idea for a story where the dad writes the daughter the song, and then the dad dies, and the daughter hates music because of this. That's one big thing about her. And I think it'd be cute if the book had her go through that, and this girl not into writing music, but I think cute if in a different book she's really into writing music, and then she writes her own song as almost a response to her dad. I also think it'd be really cute the dad died, but he knew he was gonna die, so he's planning on ditching. I'm kind of either. And so he made these DVDs for her, burned CDs, and one for every birthday until 26th one, because at her 26th birthday, your music taste develops or something, whatever. Because prefrontal cortex. I've heard that. I don't know how true it is, but I've heard that between 14 and 26 is when nostalgic music. That's when this music is nostalgic to you. So he makes a playlist, and each playlist is what he wants from her, or the music he liked from that age, and that's just so sweet. And I mean, I love that. It's a little gift from her dad. I don't know. And then she writes the music, and it's lovely. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm hoping to finish this book today. I'm hoping that I'll finish it while I'm still just all cute, but I probably won't. So yeah, that's what's going on. I'm gonna go eat and pee and have a great time. I have now finished this book. Can you see it there? And, this lullaby, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. I think, like I said earlier, the character development did make me a little bit nervous. I want to show you my outfit because I feel so cute. So we put this over here. Look. Okay, we're gonna do it like this. So I really feel like this is Luna. She's a sweet little puppy. But the character development was what I wanted it to be. And I think it really fit her character, and it felt smooth and natural for who she was. In this book, and in the last Sarah Dessen I read too, I really wish that we could have explored the main character a little, not the main character, like the love interest a little more. She makes these very interesting love interests, and we don't go as in depth with them as we do the main character, which makes sense, but like a lot of times they are more explored as stepping stones to the main character's development. And while that makes sense for the stories, I just wish we got more from them. And it's not like they don't feel like whole, complete people. It's just that their stories don't matter to the story in the book, which kind of sucks because I feel like they could be really interesting. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say. I hope you can hear me because I'm talking kind of quiet and then I put my phone really far away. But yeah, I really enjoyed the book. I like her friend's response. I was a bit nervous that her friends wouldn't be okay with her development, but they were. They really encouraged it in the end, which I really appreciate. Why is this in my dirty clothes? It's not dirty. I don't even know if it's been worn. Sorry about that. So yeah, that was the book. I don't know what I'm gonna read next. I want to read. I saw this. I was looking at her little bookity book, so I was like, oh, that book looks good. Dreamland. Is it here? It is here. It's right here. So maybe we'll add that to my list. But that cover looks pretty to me. So yeah, I don't know. That's all I have to say. I'll see you in a second. Two things. I'm about to start the deal. I'm a bit nervous about it because I don't sit with a Sarah Dessen. I know it's going to be good because I trust Sarah Dessen as an author. And I've heard good things about this, but will it be good? I don't know. So I'm going to find that out. Also, I just watched 20th Century Girl on Netflix. It's a K-drama. Why did it end like that? Why did it want to be sad? It's so frustrating. I'm so frustrated. It didn't need to end like that. It could have ended at the train station. And I'm so annoyed. And it's not even I'm we don't have enough time. Why? Why did it need to do that? Why?
Long to record because I had to get back to work, but I finished the deal. I did not update you guys through it. I just read it. I really enjoyed it. I stayed up until 12:30 last night reading it, and I have work today, so it wasn't a good idea. And then as I was going to sleep, I was like, I'll get ready fast, and then I can sleep for that extra 30 minutes because I have to leave for work at 7:30, but I get up at 6:15. So that gives me an hour and 15 minutes to get ready. And if I focus, I can get ready in 20 minutes. And a lot of the stuff I do to get ready, I prepare the night before. I pick out my outfit the night before because I'm more active at night. And so then I get ready really fast so then I can go to sleep. And then I sit down and I could read just one chapter. So instead of sleeping again in the morning, I finished the book. So yeah, I read most of it in just one sitting, and then I had the third act conflict started, and I stopped about there. The book was really enjoyable. I didn't love the beginning. I hated being in Garrett's head at first. He thinks about sex a lot. And, like, I know, hypothetically, this is just a thing dudes do. Do I know if it's true or not? No, I've never been a dude in my life. But it's just not the funnest thing to read. Like, he's seeing her for the first time, and he's like, this girl, she's so hot. Her name's like Mandy or something with an M, something with an M. Her name's Hannah. And he's just kind of thinking about how hot she is until he sees her grade. And that kind of annoyed me. I should explain to you what the story's about. So, there's this class, and the professor, very particular professor, she wants her answers her way. And so, most of the class is failing. And so she offers this retake aid. And our main girl, Hannah, is one of the few people who got an A. And he sees Garrett, he's a star hockey player of the team, captain. He sees she got this great grade, and he's like, I need her help. And so he's like, he does everything in his power to convince her to tutor him. And she really doesn't want to. She doesn't really have time or nothing. But she does have the hots for this guy named Justin. And he's like, hey, I'm like the most popular guy out of school. Everybody's gonna want you if they see that you hanging out with me and kind of assume that we're dating, you know? So they plan to go to this party together in exchange for her tutoring him. And, you know, at first she finds him really annoying, but as time goes on, it's kind of nice to her, and she makes her laugh, and it was cute. And I really liked how it progressed. Like, they had that, like, we're so annoyed of each other, and then they had the friendship, and then they had the romance. There's also another plot where she's dealing with things that happened in her past, and that was handled really beautifully, and it got my gears turning. Yeah, it's good. I like them as a couple. I think they're cute. Read my card. But yeah, that was the book. I enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. But yeah, I mean, it's not surprising that I enjoyed it. This book's so popular. But yeah. I keep staring, like, will I have more things to think? Another interesting thing is, like, character development, right? I think these characters, they didn't change much over the course of the story, but they definitely grew closer together, and I think that was really beautiful. And, like, the main character, I think she did get more trusting, but I think the trust came from, hey, I have a safe place to be, and the safe place is my boyfriend. But yeah, good book. I'm gonna advise you to look at the trigger warnings. I don't look at trigger warnings, I just go in. I hope it doesn't make me miserable. If it does, I usually stop reading, so yeah. That's what's going on. I gotta go back to work now. Thanks for checking out this clip. Next, we got the little butterfly book. My lips are so chapped. I'm gonna put chapstick on before I leave. Guys, I have been to the Grand Canyon. It's so pretty there. Like, it, like, literally looks like you're walking in a painting, and that's, like, such an experience. And I always, like, oh, the Grand Canyon, the place that looks like you walked in a painting, and it's really cool. Though my favorite part of that trip was the Hoover Dam and the cool tour my dad took me on. That was, and my dad didn't, like, even expect me to interpret or anything, so that was lovely. I loved that trip so much. So, I read the first 2 chapters just now, so I'm gonna try to summarize the book to you right now. Look at my zip patches. Are they collecting my zitties? Not yet. Bummer. But, the book is good. I would love to keep reading it, but like I said, I have work in the morning. But it's about this girl named Haley. Not spelled like my friend Haley. Sarah Dessen. She either has
these really weird names, like Remy, or there's one that was like, it wasn't Mac, but it was like Mac. Weird names, like the main characters, weird names, and then all the side characters will have the names of people I know. Which, I mean, like, for dudes, that's not that hard, but then it's, like, the girls, too. I'm like, how? Like, I didn't even think that was a common name. It's not, like, Jessica or anything. So, that's always interesting. I think there's even a book where one of the side characters had my name. And that's kind of weird in contemporary. Like, when it's, like, Regency era, my name pops up kind of often. But this one, oh goodness, got scared. Say hi. She said hi. But yeah, this book is about this girl. Don't do that. You're attacking my bite mark. I got bit at work today. You can see the band-aid if you want. But, so Haley, I don't know. But I'm really liking the vibes. Like, I really think this is going to be a book about her having this crossroads where she's growing up, and I think we'll see a lot of that conflict with her mom, and it'll be interesting seeing how she interacts with her friends and just grows, and I'm really excited for that. And I want to say that right now. So suck it up, buttercups, for this awful little thing. I will make up for the no little thing for the deal. Recorded this clip, but my music was playing, and so I didn't know that did that. I am shocked, but I'm halfway through. This is a little more boring than her other books, and I'm sad about it. I don't think it's getting the 4.5 I usually give these. Maybe a whole star lower. But yeah, I gotta get back to work, so bye. Finished Someone Like You. It was okay. See, this book isn't the kind of book where it's interesting plot. It's such a character-driven story, and there's things happening, and there are plot points, but what's really going on is this: you're just sitting and watching a real person's life. So there's not, like, and like Sarah Dessen does do this, but this one wasn't focused on the character's journey as much as her other books are. Like, when I was reading the other one for this vlog, like, I was like, oh, okay, this is her character's journey, and we really got to see it grow as the story went on. This one, her character struggle was, hey, I'm 16 years old. This is what the 16-year-old's mind is like. And it was really accurate and, like, really good characters. It just wasn't as gripping as I would want it to be. It also isn't a romance book, which makes me sad. Like, Sarah Dessen, they're not really romance books. Like, there is romances, and clearly not all of them, but there are romances, but that's never the main point of the story, and a lot of times the romances do feel sidelined, which is okay. I mean, that's her book, and they're really good books, but yeah, this one, sadly, just wasn't my thing. I also did a thing. I added another book. It's not on these shelves because I found it on Audible. I was sitting and I was like, I need to clean and I need to sew, but I don't want to do it in silence. I don't want music. I want a story. I don't like movies too much. Like, I do like movies, but I hate picking them out. So then I looked on Libby, and I found Forget Me Not, and I have been watching Books in Lala, and she recommended that book, and I was like, how she described it, it sounds so good. And, like, I've been kind of staying away from Julie Solo just because I know her books have smut, and I would prefer if my books didn't have any smut. I still accept it from time, like, I accept it, and, like, if I find out a book has it, I'm not going to avoid it. Or, like, a book really interests me, I'm not going to avoid it. I don't think it's ideal. And I really don't think I should be reading it. But I do. So, but I was like, I need this. I really want to read this. So I read it on Audible, and I just sat for the past 4 hours. I had it on 2 times speed for most of it, except for sex scenes. I went all the way up, like, get through this shit as fast as possible. But it was so good. Okay, let me tell you what's happening in this book. So, in Forget Me Not, which I think is, like, the perfect title. Like, it's a flower. It sees the flowers, and also, like, I think it really ties in the second nature aspect of it. Let's say hi to Luna. Luna, say hi. Luna says hi. She's excited and giving her attention right now. And it really ties in... Oh, girlfriend. It really ties in the second chance aspect of the book and how they didn't forget each other. So, let's describe this. So, there's this girl. Her name is Amaryllis, so Amma. And I had to think about it because I don't know if it's like the 2 times speed that I was doing on, or if like the people just couldn't say it, the lady specifically, because the dude's not supposed to be able to say it. But I kept hearing it as Emma, which also could just be, I have a lot of processing issues, but I had to think about it. Her name's Amaryllis, but she goes by Amma, and she's a wedding planner. And then there is, I forget his first name, but his last name's Bloom. So now I'm just thinking Judy Bloom. I literally just stopped reading. I just finished the book like 5 minutes ago. Okay, and we're 4 minutes 40 seconds in to this vlog clip. But he does flower arrangements. He's bouquet, but he also does like architecture bouquets. So like he does like flower chandeliers, and that's one. And then there's some other cool stuff, but I think it'd be cool if you like heard about it in the book rather than me. But they used to work at weddings together way back when, and they've had a fling. But the problem was they viewed their relationship status a little differently, and like how close they were a little differently, and like their ideas of permanence was different. And now we're here in the future, and it's like they still like each other and they're still dealing with it, but they gotta plan this wedding, and like we're mostly in the girl's head, and then in the past we're mostly in the dude's head. And I think like I think having the past was very, I don't know, like I don't understand why I feel like they just fit so well together. I'm not sure, like I feel like, I don't know, it's just so good. And like the characters love each other so much. It's beautiful. And like they're a team. And I love it when books show how the couples are a team. And I just feel like when they have that, it just feels like, oh, these are people who actually will stay together. And I think that's one of the reasons I like M.A. Nicholas so much. Like, she just really shows them interweaving. And these two, they are so interweaved, and it's so beautiful. And you can see them relying on each other, especially her on him. But also him on her. Like, they really bring each other together, and like they really take each other's advice and ideas seriously. And it's just really beautiful. And they're like fighting this whole story, but they both want it so desperately, and they both miss that teamwork they had. And then they come together at the end, and it's just like, hey, I missed you. And I don't know, it just hits, it just tugs the heartstrings, you know? And it's really beautiful, and like, it really took a lot for her to stop and look at her trauma and be like, hey, what I want is so much more than I ever thought I did. And goodness gracious me, oh my, I loved it. That was really good. I'm gonna give it a day before I rate it, because like, I don't know, I'm like so in love with this story right now, and I know in like an hour I'll be less in love, but it was so beautiful. Okay, this is where I'm gonna end this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you to my friend for lending me all these books. I know you don't know about it when I'm recording this, but I did it, and I really loved reading it. Thank you to Libby for offering free audiobooks. Thank you for Books and Lala for recommending Forget Me Not. Thank you to the authors for writing these books, and thank you to you for watching this. And I hope to see you all in another video. Bye!